Hello, welcome to Talking Community. We've got loads of people with us today. I can see Holly, Julie, Amrit and Dean. And we're just going to have a quick chat about what everyone's doing in their own communities. Holly, CCEP, let's start with you. Who are you first, Holly?
Who am I? Well, My name's Holly Furman. I've been working at Coca-Cola Europacific Partners for the last 4.5 years. And what I do is I'm our Senior Community Partnerships Manager. So it means that I get to do all the great stuff that helps Coca-Cola Europacific Partners to give back to the community and to make sure that we build strong links and connections to local causes and charities in the communities that we serve and the communities where our colleagues live and the communities where we manufacture the drinks.
Best job ever.
It's great. I love it.
So what are these great things? Come on, share.
Right. So I'd say what it is about working in the community in CCEP is it's really important for us to focus on supporting the communities where we manufacture our drinks. 97% of our drinks are made in this country. So therefore, everybody who makes those drinks, they live here, and everybody who sells those drinks, they live here, and the consumers who obviously drink those drinks are here as well. So it's important that we have a really local impact. And I think that's really similar to obviously the way that it works for retailers as well. Really important for you to have such strong connections and links with your local communities. I think over the last kind of year or two, we've had a bit of a tough time. Local communities have had a tough time, and it's really showed how everybody needs to come together to support everybody living in the local community, and retailers have had a really central role in making that happen. So it's been great to see convenience stores being the kind of real beating hearts of the communities and moving things forward. Definitely.
And we'll hear from three amazing retailers and what they've been doing. We've got some examples of what CCEP have been up to. Rachel, pull up a picture. What's going on here?
Oh, so here we are. This is some of our volunteering. Over the last year, we've had a real mass boom on volunteering, which has been fantastic. Everyone who works for CCEP gets 2 paid colleague volunteering days to take each year. And last year, we had more than 880 volunteers from CCEP got out into their local communities and volunteered over 6,000 hours of time. In that picture there, here we are. We're litter picking up in Scotland here. Our teams from our field sales teams, which is excellent. And here's some of our teams down in Bristol. They're out dressed up as pirates, litter picking there as well. And they've been out on boats on the river as well. So it's been excellent. I think there's all sorts of opportunities that are available through volunteering. Working with our youth partner as well, UK Youth. We've had our colleagues out trying to inspire young people and helping them to move forward and to see how they can build their own confidence and moving to employment themselves as well.
Sounds wonderful. Nicely done. Julie?
Good morning.
Good morning. Julie, I do know who you are, of course. But you just, for the sake of this, would you just introduce yourself very quickly?
Yeah, sure. I'm Julie. I've been in retail since I've been 18, and I've won a number of awards for being a community retailer, which I love and I enjoy very much.
Brilliant. What awards?
ACS, Outstanding Service to the Community, Raj Agrawal one. Spirit of the Community, again, Asian Trader, the Boost 20K, and there's one more, a Shop Local, Shop Heroes with the News Federation.
Basically so many that you can only just remember them all. So amazingly well done. So I know you do loads for charities. Tell us, what have you been up to? What do you get up to in the community that you could share and inspire everyone with?
Well, we're all working, if I'm being honest, yeah. We're all working day to day, but what are we actually doing physically and mentally for ourselves? So my motto is I like to challenge myself, and then I have retailers, I have the customers, what are you doing next? So I've always got a kind of bucket list. So this year is 50 10Ks for 5 £6,000 for 3 charities.
And there you are.
Number 18 now. I've done 18.
Wow.
So 32 to go. My legs are still going strong.
Sounds crazy. And then you've been raising money for various charities.
Macmillan, yes. I got a phone call from the News Federation. They had their Macmillan van. Would I put that on? And I said, yeah. And then I got a phone call last week. We raised the most for Macmillan, and they've awarded us £250 worth of stock or whatever I want. So again, that will get reimbursed back in the community.
That's wonderful. Excellently well done. Look, quick one from me then. Top tip for other retailers that want to get involved in the community?
Yeah, engage, talk to the community. Get some bridges built with the local council, the parish. There's always funding out there. So try and tap into theirs, and you haven't got so much outlay. And put a small event that then you can make bigger. But always have an achievable amount you want to raise. And make sure people, it's on social media, in store, you're telling people, and raffles.
Right. Good advice. Wonderful. Thank you. Dean, Julie just mentioned events. Dean Holborn, can you, makes me want to come to you. Dean, could you just do that quick intro?
My name's Dean Holborn. I'm 2 convenience stores in Surrey. One's rural, one's neighbourhood.
Good. And I know you're famous for events. Talk to us about what you're doing in the community.
Well, we have our big firework event, our bonfire event for our community. This has been going about 14 years now. It's raised in excess of £120,000 for our community.
Crazy.
It's amazing. I mean, last year was phenomenal. We hit an all-time record of 2,500 people came to it. And we raised £18,000, a net profit of £18,000 in what, which is one evening. So but the overall about it is it's a great community event. Everyone comes along, everyone talks about it in weeks in advance. They come to the shop, they buy the tickets from the shop. We run the whole event, but we bring in all the help. So we've involved ourselves with our community over the years. So we use the football, the judo, the scouts in different ways there, and they all get a share. The PTFA, so they all get a share of the pot at the end of it. Obviously this year they're going to get a very big share.
Yeah.
And but again, it comes back to it. It's just a great community event, and it brings people. And obviously, after the couple of years we had, it was really, really welcome last year. It was a bit touch and go whether we'd get away with it, but we did it, and it was very successful.
Wonderful. I'm hearing rumours about another event this year.
Yeah, so this is the village. That was the Jubilee 2012. So we're using the same marquee, same company. So we'll have a big tea party in one of the afternoons on the. It was meant to be for the VE Day, but we had to postpone it due to the COVID. So we put it over to this year. Renamed it "We'll Meet Again," and obviously it's part of the Jubilee Platinum event. And then there'd be an evening ball, which obviously we sell tickets for. The tea party will be sort of funded by the parish council. They're going to underwrite it all, but again, our business is behind sort of driving that forward. There's a team of people working on it, a big team of people working on it, and it's a great village event again. But yeah,
sounds absolutely
very proud to be part of it.
Yeah, so you should be absolutely right. Dean, in the same fashion as Julie, give us a top tip for other retailers who want to get involved in their community.
Like Julie said, the bonfire started small. It was a small event that's just grown and grown. Not everyone's got the capability to do an event like that. So if you want to get involved in your community, a good place I always say start is the PTFA, the school PTFA, because the schools are always looking to raise funds, and you're tapping into a lot of people there. You're tapping into, schools are a big part of our business in any C-store. So you're bringing those people into your store and you're engaging with those people, and you get a lot back from them as well. You're giving something back to them, but you also get a lot back.
I love it. Well done, Dean. That's absolutely awesome. Amrit, over to you, and another retailer heavily involved in the community. But Amrit, can you introduce yourself? Do you mind?
My name's Amrit Singh. I'm a 3rd generation retailer. Been on the same road for over 30 years now, and still going strong.
Good man. Look, I'm hearing something about something called the Hub.
Yes. So in terms of community and what we do, my dad kind of is really like community focused. So a lot of his work nowadays is just spent pushing the hub and growing it and building community links and creating different facilities for our community outside of the store as well as inside of the store. So we do your fundraising and events and stuff in the store. We had like 4 events last year and various different fundraising. But what else we do? We do it's a bit of like an outreach kind of thing. So through the hub, we've built links with our council. We've got a lot of testing buses, citizens advice buses, mental health buses that come outside. So it's just enabling more facilities in community in our little area where the locals can have more engagement with wider services through us. And I think it's a great way for engaging with the community when you can offer something more than just being the convenience store. Do you know what I mean? So it really brings people together, and I think a lot of people appreciate it as well.
Good stuff. And also in similar stuff to some that the CCEP guys have done, there's some litter picking happening.
Yes. So with the hub, I need to explain it better, to be honest. So the hub does a lot of stuff on a day-to-day basis. So like we have, I think it's once a week or once every 2 weeks. I think they've slowed it down now a bit due to obviously different circumstances. But I think CCEP last year and the year before have helped us continuously. We partnered with them on their Keep Britain Tidy campaign, and they sent us a load of litter pickers down and some fluorescent jackets. And we go out, and there's a committee of local residents that go out litter picking. Thanks to their help, they provide us with the actual litter pickers and some jackets and stuff. So that gives us the kit that we needed. But then also with that, we partnered with schools because a lot of the schools had a lot of the elderly local residents had issues with the school kids littering in the area. So through our links with the school, we managed to tell the school about this, and we actually managed to buddy up some of the hub committee members with children from the school and go out litter picking together to probably break down those intergenerational barriers and really get the community together so everyone could understand the issues that are at heart. It's all right litter picking, but really you want to stop the source of the problem rather than continuously tidy up. So this was working towards that. Work with Clean and Green as well to help so they'll come around and collect all the rubbish collected from the litter picking. Just loads of different things that happen out of the hub, and we've had some great support from CCEP over the years in pushing that objective.
Sounds really, really good. So in the style of Julie and Dean, quick top tip for any other retailers who want to get involved more in their community?
I just second what they've said, really. They said start off small, and obviously not everyone's got the capability straight away, and it can be quite disheartening when you see what other people are doing at such a large scale with Julie and doing her 50 10Ks, and Dean with the size of his events. I think it can sometimes be disheartening when you look at it and think that's but you got to remember even these guys will tell you themselves they started off small and it just snowballed. But you have to do it from a good place. You've got to do it from a place in which you're doing something you want to do. I wouldn't recommend to most retailers to start running 10Ks, and I'm sure other people wouldn't be able to start organizing the events Dean does. But what I would say is if you find something you enjoy doing and it makes other people feel good, do it. And I'm sure you can get known and build something on your niche, but it's got to be really important that you're enjoying what you're doing. Do you know what I mean? If you're not enjoying it, you're doing it for the sake of it, I don't think it's really going to pay off. So it has to be something that you enjoy and it comes from your heart.
I think that is a nice top tip. Pick something that you enjoy. Actually, Amrit, thank you so much. Holly,
yes.
Can you finish this off for us with some top tips from you?
Definitely. I mean, I think you've already heard some amazing tips there. And I think, the point about authenticity is really important because I think you really have to reflect yourself from what you know of the community. But I'd say my first top tip is it definitely aligns with that. And it's about thinking about what the challenges are in your local community, taking that time to really engage with all different people in your community to see what's going to be the biggest benefit to them and what's going to get you that kind of community buy-in as well. I'd say my second one is definitely to be inspired by both other people. So, for example, you know, Julie, Dean and Amrit on here, I think they've given some really inspiring stories, but also to look at things like we use a platform called Neighbourly to support us with our volunteering, and they connect with local charities and causes all across the country, really hyper local charities and causes. And that helps us to find, you know, out more about what are the key topics and causes being supported in local communities. And then thirdly, I think it's really talking about, don't ever be afraid of, you know, shouting about the good work that you're doing. You know, I think it's really important for you to share it with your customers and with your staff and with other people in your community. I mean, you know, I know in CCEP, it's really important for our employees to know that they get the opportunity to be involved in what we do in community outreach as well. It helps with retention, it helps with attraction. So I think it's all kind of really important, really important.
That's wonderful. Time goes very quick when we do these things. So we're going to call it to an end. Thank you all so much for joining us. And as you can see from the screen here, a thank you to CCEP for their support and the support for the retailers that have been on here today. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Cheers. Thanks.
Thank you very much.